look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. Before you play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Bud Check fam? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day of checking these buttons. It is Saturday, the weekend is here. We done made it. We got some hot ones that just popped off late last night, early this morning, and we is on top of it. Sub button right there, own race to 70K, and of course chapters down below if you guys want to skip around. And I'm going to be listening to all the action today with the Lytmi CozyFit open ear headphones right here. I'll put them on the screen, y'all. These are the lightest and the thinnest open ear headphones on sale right now. We've talked about these a few times actually on the channel, so definitely check them out because they're on sale. Link down below. We'll talk about them more towards the end. Without further ado, let's check some buttons. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of the Smash community getting pissed off over this ridiculous ass ban. Buttons that need to be checked. So this one just popped off yesterday. There was an account by the name of Interforce. Not really sure who they are, but they made this official statement. It's in another language, so we're gonna do like the rough draft translation. Basically, they're saying there is a, I guess a Melee player or Smash player by the name of Hurt, very popular in the community. He was using a mod online during practice, not in a tournament, not in competition, during practice while he was streaming, I guess, with private matches with friends. And apparently the only reason for this mod is to improve your online connection. I guess the big thing though is like if you're using it and your opponent is not, it can make the connection worse for them. But from my understanding, he was only using it with people that he personally knew, so therefore should have been all good. But I guess the laws in, I want to say Japan, are very strict on mods, so they banned him. Right here, let's pick it up with Andrew saying Hurt's team is suspending him from tournaments and Smashmate for 2 months because he used the delay mod from tournaments where he already signed up, and then I guess it gives some of them right there. One of them I think is a huge one coming up. Anyway, it's up to organizers to decide whether to allow him to compete. Then I see others asking the question saying, did he use the delay mod when competing in tournaments where other people did not use it? They respond saying, according to the post, he only used it in private matches with friends, and they say, well then it's comically stupid, free him. Andrew continues right here saying, ult mod that lets you decrease latency online. If you use it and your opponent doesn't, it can make the connection look worse to them, so it should only be used when you know your opponent is on it too. According to the post, Hurt only used it in this way, but Japan is very anti-mod. I even see Hungrybox responding saying, is Hurt banned from Kagurabi, if I'm saying that correctly, for using the delay mod switch? I'm genuinely confused. Others continuing saying Japan's #1 player, Hurt, just got banned for 2 months because one of his switch units had the arena delay mod. Nearly every top player overseas uses it to play Smash Ultimate with, since Nintendo Online sucks so bad. Good grief, this is lame. Continuing on, some saying way too far of a punishment for using a Wi-Fi mod in online play. Ban somebody for actions offline or harassment. This isn't any of those. We are being robbed of greatness from Hurt. Totally unjustified ban. Cola right here adding as well saying, if Japan can ban Hurt for using the delay mod, we could theoretically ban Crom mains for absolutely no reason. Then we wrap it up right here saying, Hurt getting temp ban makes me so mad. The legit only reason I could even use online practice is the delay mod, LOL. God forbid you want to play anything remotely responsive. So stupid. And there you have it, what is really going on. I saw other people talking about how the hell are you gonna ban him just for this, but Leffen, they're saying, but Leffen's ass is still running around, but that's a whole separate argument, and I feel like those buttons remain to be checked, right? Because we all know when it comes to the hack situation and all that, that we haven't checked yet. There's a whole other side of that story, right? But people are pissed. They're like, if the netcode sucks so bad, how are you gonna ban somebody for just wanting better online play, especially if it's in a private session with people he knows and it's not in a tournament atmosphere? There's no cheating. But at the end of the day, they're like, the laws are the laws, I guess, when it comes to Japan. Kind of shitty, but we'll see what happens. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And now for them updated Tekken devs have actually heard the prayers. Buttons that need to be checked, or I should say have actually answered the prayers. Buttons that need to be checked. So we've been talking about all week long, season 2. People are panicking. They're like, what the hell is going on? Tekken is not Tekken anymore. Season 2 looks like it's gonna be a damn circus. But a lot of people were optimistic, saying we still have to wait to get to the game. You know, start playing it before we actually see how bad it is. Now, for the first time, I don't know, maybe ever, like they're actually making more changes before it even gets there. They're like, yo, we've been listening to some complaints, so what we just released, we're gonna tweak it again. FGC's losing their damn mind like, holy shit, they're actually listening. We're gonna pick it up right here with a couple clips from some big content creators in the community. Their link's down below so you can watch the full video. We're just gonna get some minutes of reactions. Let's go.
The backlash has been so vocal and so widespread that executive producer and director Harada has responded on Twitter. He said, regarding the recent increase in discussions among players, I have personally initiated an urgent discussion and asked the team, the development team, to deliberate on how to respond. Now, I'll link this tweet if you want to see some of the replies and read the rest of it, but the team has responded. They've shared an overview of the version 2.0 battle system adjustments and their policies and some of the system changes. Now, this doesn't cover every single character individually. In fact, it doesn't really cover character-specific changes, but it shares some new things that we haven't heard since the Tekken Talk and directly addresses some of the community feedback. So this is pretty exciting. It means they're paying attention, they're listening, and they are making adjustments on the fly. This is a very hopeful trend for the game. Hopefully they continue to listen and make quick adjustments. What I want to do is go through these. Not going to read the whole thing. I have them summarized for you here in the notes below. And then we're going to look through some tweets from Nakatsu, the game director, who has released new footage showing the new sidestep capabilities coming to Tekken 8.
Okay, so the new changes he has highlighted says hits on grounded opponents inflict gray health 30%, heat activation plus heat dash frame data, 1+2 throw breaks with separate buttons easier, generic throws recover 6 frames slower, throw broken attacker heals 1 gray health, removed 5 chip damage when breaking throw. That was a big one that people were complaining about. Removed the 5 chip damage when breaking throw.
According to what they said here, I don't think this is coming in version 2.0 right on release, but they will be complete by the time the Tekken World Tour starts on May 9th. So heat activation could mean heat engagers, heat bursts. It could mean both. We know what heat dash means, right? But I think this is a fantastic change. Right now, you're plus 17 on a heat engage. It's so oppressive that as a defender, you're pretty much going to stand block or crouch. But if they reduce that advantage, now the defender might be able to sidestep, might be able to mash, might be able to backdash. In general, it will create more counterplay, which will create more variety in how the attacker has to attack. So this is a change completely in the correct direction. By reducing one-sided advantage, both players having more options will make the game feel more creative, less stale, and in general more interesting to watch and play. You know, this is objectively a good thing. They took our feedback. They're going to undo the chip damage throws. They took our feedback. They're going to allow sidestepping from crouch, which has been a common sticking point for newer and intermediate players. This could be a good thing.
But okay, yeah, just amazing news, everyone. Super nice to hear this before the patch notes drop for Season 2, so we know we're listening. But again, yeah, can't wait to see the patch notes. I'm assuming they drop shortly before the patch, so April 1st. Hope you all have a great day.
So there you have it. You love to see it. They are actually listening. You know, I made a statement before everybody started losing their damn mind, and I was like, man, out of all the devs, it always seemed like the Tekken team, especially Harada, was down with the FGC. He always just made you feel that way because of his attitude. Well, don't ask me for shit and all the legendary stuff. We loved him. How could you not? So seeing this, the way things were going now, and the Harada even seeming like he might be a little frustrated, was worrisome, right? It was crazy. So I made that statement saying, you know, Harada, I believe he's down with the FGC. It was always like Harada and Ono, right? They always just seemed like they were there, they were down, and they were really cool people. Besides that, right after that statement that I made, everything went to shit. Everything went to shit. I was like, oh shit, what is really happening right now? But I knew obviously it's not all on Harada. There's a lot of other moving parts behind the scene. Even he was saying the same thing. And now, even more changes. Before they even release anything, they're like, yo, we are listening. That's what's up. Like I was saying, I see people talking like, we don't know the last time people actually did more changes before the damn changes even came out, right? We actually got more changes, like they're listening like, okay, maybe we didn't make the best decisions. Maybe that now the community is even more hopeful that maybe even more will be done, right? Because they still feel like there's some wonky shit in there, but we'll see. Remains to be seen. Obviously, it can be said though, it's on the way to, it's looking good. It's looking good. How y'all feeling? Let me know. And that it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you were feeling. Thank you guys for the amazing love, man. And I want to thank Lytmi CozyFit Open Earbuds for sponsoring this video one more time, y'all. This is like the third or fourth time we've talked about these guys, and I really appreciate the quality and the affordability of their product. They're only $39.99. That is it. They're only $39.99. There's a sale going on. I believe we got promo codes. All the information is down below. 30-day money-back guarantee, and I think it's fast-free delivering. It's like shipping within 3 to 7 business days. And like I was saying, they're the thinnest, they're the lightest, up to 8 hours of playtime on one single charge. 8 hours. But if you charge the case, up to 30 hours of playtime on one single charge, and they're waterproof. Waterproof, dustproof, sweatproof, proof. It's a lot of proof going on. And you could also play and pause videos and answer phone calls by the touch of a button. Literally just tap it twice. It'll activate all that. You could also turn it off and turn it on just by touching it. As soon as you open the case, it'll also go into Bluetooth mode automatically. So definitely check it out. It's the open-eared concept, which I really like, just because even though I'm listening to it, I can still hear my surroundings. It doesn't like block off stuff. So it's real cool if I'm like working out or driving. So with that being said, definitely check out the Lytmi CozyFit open ear headphones on sale right now. Link down below. And thank you guys, Button Check fam, for making opportunities like this possible. We'll see you soon. Matter of fact, we will see you sometime tomorrow. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all, fam. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
He just beat somebody in Mortal Kombat and he's blind. What is your excuse? Nobody can, I don't want to hear no more excuses. Blind. And if you think I'm playing, look, that's how much talent that dude got. Everybody got excuses in the world of why they not good at something or why they don't like a game. I don't want to hear it no more, all right? That dude is blind, and I just watched him put someone in a blender in Mortal Kombat with cameos and everything. Dude's just listening and whooping somebody's ass. Excuse my language, but that's the only way I can slice this. I'm done.